test screenings already told us this, that the Indiana Jones upcoming movie is going to be an absolute flop. Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character is going to overshadow Indy himself, be the better female successor, if you will, as we keep seeing over and over and over again in these established properties with male leads. We see it all the time with the MCU. We're now seeing it with Indiana Jones. This was called, I made a video about this, even if people were like, hey, the test screenings, people hated it. And then the response was, oh, wait, we didn't do any test screenings. That wasn't real. What are you talking about? Talks of changing the ending, all kinds of stuff has been a giant mess. But sure enough, now that we have more stuff that has dropped, like little sneak peeks and clips, and now we're starting to see some reviews, safe to say this stuff was true. So let's go ahead and dive into this. First, I wanted to show this clip. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright content, all that kind of stuff, which happens every time. But as you guys know, I do dub these sometimes, so I will do that. So anyway, here is, imagine the cheesiest Disney Channel original background music in this. Oh, hey, what are you doing? How can you do this? What? Disappoint your father. Oh, really? Really now? How is she doing that? You don't need this. Boom. Guns, shoot, high-speed chase. How do you even live with yourself? Huh? What do you mean? Me being beautiful and perfect and amazing and rich and successful and independent woman who don't need no man? What are you talking about? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay. And then the chase continues. Stuff happens. Then she makes a comment about, hey, you stole from indigenous people. Open the tomb and roll in the coffin for Indiana Jones. He can join Lara Croft to now, according to canon, where she used to be a grave robber and proud of it and, lived life on the edge. And now she is a protector of artifacts who, restores artifacts and gives them back to the people that they belong to. That's what happens when you woke wash everything. So one thing I want to understand too with Indiana Jones specifically, or in this case with Indiana Jones, but with Harrison Ford, what is up with Harrison Ford absolutely destroying his own legacy, absolutely making a mockery of his legacy? He should have looked at this script and said, no, thank you, Bob. I mean, did he really need the money that bad? Like, why are you going to participate in that? With this, with Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. You're legendary, iconic characters, dude. Why? Why are you gonna let this happen? He's being cucked in his own properties. It's just what it feels like. It's hard to watch. So here's some screenshots, and this guy here says this movie is going to be catastrophically bad. Okay, here you have Indiana Jones saying, you stole it. Then you stole it. And then I stole it. It's called capitalism. Don't, the cringe is real. Okay, according to Forbes, the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny budget is $294.7 million, which makes it the 8th most expensive movie of all time, right behind Justice League and the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, both $300 million. For comparison, the most expensive movie of all. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I want to know what the replies are to this. Someone's like, that's not true. Okay, I don't know what's true, but that's still funny. That's still hilarious. And then we have a Critical Drinker here who shared this. This is a review. It says Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Cannes review. A shabby counterfeit of priceless treasure. 2 out of 5. I think that too seems pretty generous based on just what we've seen so far. Ford gives it his all, but while the 3 original films moved like page turners, this 5th installment is painfully short of spark. That's the thing, is why you see people like Tom Cruise continuing his legacy, continuing franchises in his older age, and killing it, doing an amazing job. This is just sad that this is what has happened to Harrison Ford's roles. And Indiana Jones, just so legendary, dude. Just desecrated it. I think that's one reason, speaking of like Tomb Raider and stuff earlier too, is that woke people, and that's who's responsible for a lot of current writing and stuff like that going on with movies, TV shows, and video games, even all of it, is that the people writing for these are very woke, and they have a hard time navigating certain stories. And you'll see that they actually hate the characters that they're writing for. You see this with Batman, like they hate him, and so they will just poke fun at him, humiliate him at any opportunity that they get, or to try to paint him to be the bad guy. That's exactly what's going on here with Indiana Jones. And with Tomb Raider, instead of going that route, they just changed her completely, changed her motivations completely, changed everything about her character, from the way that she looks to the way that she acts, the way that she talks. Everything about her, they make her unrecognizable, and they completely transform her motivations. Even you look at actual classic Lara Croft, okay? She was a rebel. She wanted to live a life of adventure for the fun of it. It was for the thrill. She was just kind of like psychotic in that way, to where she needed to be putting her life in danger and get the thrill out of it. An adrenaline junkie to the max. That was what she lived for. And so much to the point to where her parents disowned her, and she just continued that lifestyle, just a rambunctious, chaotic lifestyle. She was a grave robber, unapologetic about it, did whatever she did for the fun of it, whether that be do good things or do bad things. It was just whatever was in her best interest at the time. She's like a sociopath in a way, and that's part of what made her so fun. She also was the like leap before you look type. I just mentioned this on my Instagram stories the other day when I showed a scene from Lara Croft on the quad bike in Nevada, when she just drives over the fence, falls, and knocks herself out. So that's how she was, and that was her weakness. She wasn't a Mary Sue in the fact that, first of all, her intentions were questionable a lot of times, and secondly, her overconfidence and her arrogance is what were flaws for her and got her in trouble. So you've seen a complete transformation from that into, oh wait, let's make her want to help people now. Let's make her just be a wannabe savior, goody two-shoes with daddy issues, obsessed with her parents, which is totally not in line with how her character was established to be. And then furthermore, let's make her a protector of artifacts now. She needs to recover them and give them back to the people that they belong. Okay? It's just awful. This is what woke stuff does to some of our favorite franchises, transforms them beyond recognition. It's like, well, if you're woke and you don't want to make this kind of story, then why don't you let a writer who appreciates it do it? Why do you gotta just change everything? And I know it's not the writer, it's honestly the people who have the rights to it. But it's like, then sell the rights. Sell the rights to somebody who appreciates the source material and who isn't afraid to write a fun and exciting story based around it without making the character have to fit all your commie ideals. I don't know what the crap. And so anyway, we have Yellow Flash here who shared this. He says, this time I actually believe the critics, and this shows a 50%. Dude, that's sad. If the critics are hating on it, on something woke like this, that is not good, okay? And then he made his video and link here, which I encourage you to check it out. Yellow Flash is amazing. Here's something else, and I know I keep bringing things back to Tomb Raider, but it's like Phoebe Waller-Bridge right here, right? The oh yes, it's called capitalism. The you steal from the indigenous people. She has a special reminder because I made a video about this, but let me remind you guys, she is writing the next Tomb Raider series because there is a series in development with Amazon right now. It's gonna be trash. Ugh, it's all gonna be trash. You hate to see it. I'd rather see Tomb Raider just buried and gone than that. Honestly, I'm still convinced that Tomb Raider died with Tomb Raider Last Revelation. It's just how it is. But anyway, I need to... You staying on topic here. This is sad to see happen to Indiana Jones. It's tragic. And yeah, until they stop making money, which is starting to happen, because we've been tired of it for a long time. But now when mainstream peeps are getting tired of it, that's embarrassing. But anyway, there you have it for today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.